Pleasure to meet you.
man?
What's
Good to see you, baby.
Papa, look at that ring.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Good to see
Pleasure
you.
to meet you. The most fun follow on Twitter by far. Excuse me, X.
Thank you.
Whatever they want to call it. You're the most fun.
Thank you, man. You made my job easy, you know. All the entertainment you give me.
How did you decide to start doing this? How did you? First of all, were you always this funny?
I would like to think so.
But like your social media presence, like I think Tony Hinchcliffe told me about you.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, you have to follow Antonio Brown. You must follow. He's the most must follow on the internet. I'm like, really? And then I go to your page and I'm fucking dying laughing. We're sharing it around the green room with the comedy store, like, ah. And then when I won Cracker of the Day, I was like, yes.
Yes. Of the year.
Cracker of the Year, that's right.
Yeah. I try to use X as a good platform to bring laughter, bringing humor back and comedy, making people feel good.
Well, you can get wild.
Yeah, I get a little wild sometimes.
You can get wild on X.
Yeah, you could get a little wild on X, but I try to.
Twitter, they would have got rid of you a long time ago.
You would have been canceled.
They probably would have got rid of me too if Elon didn't buy Twitter.
Yeah, we thanks to Elon Musk for giving us that platform to be able to be expressive.
Man.
To bringing comedy back, bringing entertainment.
Fun.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
Have some fun again.
Have some fun again, yeah.
What happened?
Everybody
Everybody tightened up for like 5
It
years.
was really tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with hashtag CTESPN? Because that's my favorite.
I feel like when I stopped playing football and I walked off the field, people was like, this guy's crazy. Like, he's retarded. You know what I'm saying? He's illiterate. So, I was like, you know what? Maybe I could, rebrand CTSPN with, giving people perspective of different challenges people face and great individuals, how they overcome adversity, and just kind of share and tune perspective of, how people is getting through trauma. No matter if you're a football player, I mean, what it's like for you. You started UFC, like.
The reality of head trauma is something that we're like, as a society, we're just embracing over the last 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't for that concussion movie. I think that opened up a lot of people's eyes. That Will Smith movie.
Yes.
And the story, that doctor, of him finding how many people have like significant brain trauma from football.
Yes. So for me, I try to use it because this is a serious standpoint. A lot of ex-players and players has been diagnosed and, passed away from CT. So for me, on a serious point of, bringing record awareness and bringing, a reality standpoint of what athletes and people fighting or anyone in their daily lives facing from head trauma, of just people writing them off, and encouraging therapy, encouraging how do you get through tough situation and then making it funny. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like nowadays if you do something crazy, people are like, oh yeah, that guy's crazy. So it's like, let's just show why they crazy in CTSPN and show the cause of the craziness. You know what I mean? Yeah,
there's a real cause to the craziness. And, and we're ignoring it as a society because we love football, we love MMA, we love boxing. So we just kind of like
overlook it with the entertainment.
Keep moving.
Keep hitting.
I'm friends with a lot of dudes, so I get to see what they're like after fights. Like everybody watches the fight. The fight's amazing, and then you run into them after fights and have a conversation with them. Like, oh man, their whole head's swollen, can't move their hands. Can't walk. Calves are blown out. Knees fucked up. Ice here. This there. There.
The challenge.
It's a challenge, man. Yeah. It's a real challenge. And when you started playing football, nobody even thought about it.
Yeah, because you just, you never think about the repercussions. You just think, how I make a better life.
Well, back then, nobody even really knew that was going to happen to football players. It was kind of a thing that they thought about with boxers. Rarely people talked about football players who aren't doing so good.
Yeah, so I feel like CTSPN was brought back to recognize the awareness of high-level people experiencing trauma and not being able to overcome that trauma because, life's change on you in a second. You playing football, it's going to come to an end, and then what do you do next?
Yeah. That's the hardest thing, right? For pro athletes, you go from being a kid to all of a sudden you are making millions of dollars.
Yes.
And you're young. and you're wild, and you're not thinking it's going to go away, and then all your friends are buying jewelry, and all your friends are buying Mercedes-Benz and Bentleys and all this shit, and you're like, fuck. And I think the number was something like 85% of NFL players go bankrupt within X amount of years after retirement.
Exactly, because the lifestyle, and making so much money and being able to transition in regards of having a new career, not making that much money all at once like you used to.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes bankroll could be used to protect assets in regards of people coming after you too, and you're a big target when you're in position.
Of course, yeah, but that is another problem with getting wealthy, is that you become vulnerable to scoundrels,
and scavengers,
and dirty hoes.
Yeah, dirty hoes,
dirty money grabbing,
musty bitches.
Calculated hoes.
Yeah.
Ones that it's not just like, well, the relationship didn't work out. The lawyer told you can get some money from him. Maybe you should go for it. Yeah, fuck him. No, it's like from the jump, they're calculated.
These ladies these days, they gonna have a nigga baby because they homeless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hit them and back to the streets where you belong, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever have situations where you thought like girls were trying to like get over on you?
I just feel like nowadays, girls just want the BBD, the biggest and better deal.
Right.
It's like, you know what I'm saying?
That's built into human nature.
Yeah, it's like, human nature is like,
genetic.
What's the next best thing?
Yeah. It's called hypergamy. It's like a natural state that women
stay in, right?
Well, they look for, like, if you're doing okay, but then all of a sudden she starts working for a billionaire and he gets divorced and he's real friendly to her, next thing you know, she starts picturing that
seeing
closet.
The op, right?
She starts picturing that closet, seeing all those shoes and purses and all that jewelry.
She started licking chops, going to the movie theater.
He's actually nicer to me than my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then they start justifying it, and next thing you know, old Jed's
she's
a millionaire.
She's going to the movie theater.
It's hypergamy, yeah. It's a natural state that some women, I mean, obviously there's great women out there with character and morals, and they don't do that, but it's a natural thing that women do. They try to find a better suitor.
Bigger and better deal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you talk about CTE, when did you first start noticing the effects of football?
I feel like, to me, I always knew like the game was gonna come to an end. And I feel like, to me, I always played the game smart as a receiver, not putting myself in bad positions, getting hit. But I did have a chance to, rest in peace, Demaryius Thomas, one of the ex-receivers who came in the NFL around the time I came in. I had a chance to see him experience, some of that CTE trauma. And in the midst.
How did he pass?
From CTE.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He passed from CTE?
Yeah, when they study his brain, because I don't want to speak about the problems that he really had, but being a close friend to him, we seen some of the experience that he was going through, and playing for Temple my last year when we won the Super Bowl, I think it had a player, Vincent Jackson, rest in peace, also passed from CTE. So for me, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
And not only just from the hits you take, but like you said, aftermath of your career, or having a moment in your career where some guys can't get over it, or you done seen fighters have a fight, or it may not go the way that they wanted to go, and it could possibly affect the outcome of how they look at it. And I feel like we all have traumas in our lives no matter if you play sports or not. So it just raising awareness of getting mental therapy and being able to, work on yourself so you can have a better life.
Yeah, that's an important point you brought up, like the psychology of an athlete. You have to learn how to put losses behind you and failures behind you and regain your confidence and then excel and move forward.
Yeah, you just got to not let one moment overtake the overall moments of your career.
Right.
'Cause some moments are big moments, and if you get cut, little things that happen in your career, just take it with a grain of salt and be able to cope with the situations you're in,
Yeah. When did you, you talk pretty openly about CTE, but when did you start feeling the effects of that?
I feel like for me, I feel like I always was in tune and, aware of my situation and where I'm at in life. I've been pretty blessed in my regards of being a football player, to be able to come from Central Michigan as a walk-on to Central Michigan, leave 3 years, go to the Steelers being the second receiver pick in that year, And then, I always had a high belief in myself and never was deteriorated about the position or where I had to start from or where I was going. So for me, I always had the intuitive trust and the belief in myself regarding any situation I've been in, because I came from Liberty City from nothing. So to me, everything's a blessing. So I never let football or any position I ever was in life deteriorate my perspective and my outlook or how I looked at.
Did you feel the way your brain work change at all, though?
No, I feel like the older you get playing sport, you realize deteriorate, what the game entails on your body. I feel like in my 20s, I was just ripping through, dominating the game.
Right,
Then when you get 30, obviously it's a business. They're looking for younger players to excel at the game. And then when you leave one of the best teams and put yourself in a position to do what's important for you other than important for the NFL, so you know what's going to come with that. So to me, I always made the calculated decisions, to put myself in the best position, i.e. like playing with Tom Brady, going to the Pacers or leaving the Steelers, or, I always try to just knew I wasn't going to play for a long time, just maximize the moment in the meantime playing, so when I'm done playing, I could live a healthy life.
So you played smart.
Gotta play it smart.
And as a receiver, man, they're coming for you.
Yeah, you gotta play it smart.
That's target numero uno.
Yeah. All the way.
Yeah. Do you encounter a lot of young guys, or like, I'm sure you run into and you definitely did while you're playing, young guys are coming in and you feel compelled to let them know, hey, you got a short amount of time here. Yes. Nobody the longest anybody ever lasts is like Brady. What's he now? He's thinking about doing it again. Yeah. He's what is he, 43?
44 probably, yeah.
Quarterback's a little different, right?
Yeah.
A lot different, right, than a receiver.
Different than a receiver, yeah.
And they have longer careers, but, it's obviously, for most people, you start hitting your 30s. That's the same thing with fighters as well. So when they pass 35, that's the cutoff. 35, you're always looking for decline. And some of them hang in there strong, like Alex Pereira. He's 37. Yeah. He's hanging in there strong, killing everybody. But for most guys, 35, 36, that's the drop-off, 37. Do you feel compelled to talk to the young guys and
Absolutely, because it's a short window of opportunity.
Yeah.
And you got to know, what are you set out to do? You know what I mean? What are you came to do? You got to have those intangibles, and just, it's a long game.
Yeah, yeah. Life is a long game.
Life is a long game, so
football's a chapter. Life's a long game. And it can be the most fun chapter of your whole life.
But it's not real life.
Right.
Football is just what you do. It's really not who you is, but I feel like people will kind of get to know you from what you do based off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is that, some guys, they have a real problem when they stop playing because they don't know who they are anymore. They used to be a football player, and now all of a sudden they're just a regular person who was a football player.
And that's some part of the trauma as well. Some guys, it's not really in tune and knowing themselves in regard to who they is. And to me, I always knew football was going to come to an end, but we don't have unlimited health. And I go back to the trauma, which is understand who you are and making yourself happy,
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting to see that some people can navigate it and they figure out how to do it and they get through life and then they move on to other things and they start doing commentary on ESPN or what have you, and they're doing great. And then most people, that's not the case.
Yeah. That's why I say I recommend people who get therapy and, end of your career, have good people in your corner that, got your back that could still help you propel in life. And
did you get therapy when you were done?
Yeah.
Yeah?
For sure, you got to get therapy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did you specifically go to talk to them about?
Just how you feel, mental clarity, emotional feelings. I feel like waking up and being a football player when you did it every day and you wake up with so much energy ready to put it out.
Right.
Just learning how to channel it, learning how to deal with some relationships that maybe change now that you're not in a position, and how to deal with that, or, how to deal with people leveraging you, for what you got now. And just a lot of different things that just provide mental clarity, and just, because life's not about just being right, just figuring out ways to just be more happy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you have a plan when you stopped? Did you know what you were going to do?
I didn't know what I was going to do, but it kind of just happened. I was making music with the distribution label with video. So as soon as I walked out the field, they released the music. I ended up linking with Kanye West right after. And after that, I was doing Rolling Louds. After that, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I was grateful, you know, soon as I walked off the field, music song drop.
How'd you link up with Kanye?
Man, he was looking for me right when I walked off the field.
Really?
Yeah, they was calling me Justin LeBoy, like calling me in New York, like, yo, Kanye want to meet you. I ended up flying to L.A. with to meet Rich with Fashion Nova, and we met right in Craig's, randomly in Craig's, but he was looking for me in L.A. And after that, ended up hanging with him, making his album Down to Two. And,
wow.
Just getting opportunities. So
that's crazy.
I'm blessed to be able to have that happen for me, you know.
What is it like working with Kanye? Because I got to imagine
Kanye,
that motherfucker's
a lot of energy,
driven.
genius. Meetings at 8 o'clock, all the music.
8 a.m. or 8 p.m.?
8 a.m.
Really?
Every day, yeah.
Really?
All the engineers there, everyone on the team.
That's unusual. Rappers at 8 a.m.?
Nah, Kanye is really a business guy who put in a lot of work. I know a lot of people see his rants and him going off, but he's really passionate about his work. And
he's a genius.
Yeah,
he's just scattered.
Literally.
He's all over the place, and sometimes he goes a little out off the reservation.
I feel like he think in a lot of forms.
Yes.
So many areas he like to think. So
you don't make music like that consistently unless you got a very different mind.
Nah,
that dude
creative.
has a very different mind. All of his shit. He doesn't have one bad album.
His
new album's not getting enough love.
Yeah, because I feel like people want to know where's he at. Like, where's he at?
He's killing it still. His music is killing it. This new shit is killing it.
Yeah,
I wish he didn't sell swastika T-shirts on his website, but
yeah.
He does that to fuck with people. He does that to fuck with people.
Yeah,
like,
he loves
that's
it.
part of the fun of
that's
being
part
Kanye.
of the marketing, yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the fun of being Kanye. He's getting people to talk about him. He puts an ad on the Super Bowl, and you go to the website, he's selling swastika T-shirts. Like, what the fuck?
The hell is this?
It's so crazy, but the music is undeniable. Over and over and over again, it's undeniable. Every album, doesn't have one dud. They're all bangers. They're all bangers.
All fire. Yeah.
And the new one, after
gas.
all the shit he's been through, the new one is a banger. We play that shit in the green room all the time.
Yeah, he's all
It's a
gas.
banger.
Yeah, he's all gas.
All gas, no breaks.
Yeah.
But 8 a.m. meetings for rappers is very unusual.
I mean, he's more than a rapper. I think he's just a creative genius. He makes beats. He's in fashion, shoes.
Right, of course, yeah.
Just creative, lucrative, man. I feel like he's really passionate about.
Yeah, the rap is just one extension of his creativity. Yeah, he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
I just wish he would stop selling swastika T-shirts.
He got to calm it down. I told him. I told him
God
God is love.
Calm it down.
Yeah, I told him God is love, man. You know, he's a really in tune spirit with God. So I told him that God is love, be love.
Well, you know what I think? I think Kanye feels attacked, and when he feels attacked, he fires back. Yeah. And then you develop this antagonistic relationship with the media, with some of your fans, you know, with all the people that are upset at you.
Yeah.
You know, he feels like cornered and attacked and not appreciated, and then he fires at people and starts saying wild shit, and then puts masks on, and he just. Well, he's a brilliant fucking guy.
Yeah, he's amazing.
When he came to do the podcast, unfortunately, at the time, Jamie caught COVID. It was like the early days, and Jamie couldn't be here. So we wound up doing it in my studio. But what he wanted to do was build a studio that looked like a womb.
Now he loves like settings and how stuff looks, shapes, designs. He probably send 100 images every day, just different designs.
Yeah, he sent me sketches and shit of what he's working on.
You should see his workout. Like he draws on work, like a whole comic
book of his workouts?
But his workout, like he got it's retarded. He's just so it's crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you become a guy that's that successful in so many different areas.
He's just creative genius.
You have to be driven.
You gotta be driven, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get on that bike and exercise that cardio. Like he got that agility. He got that agility just up and on it.
Yeah. But I feel like that kind of brain though is like a Ferrari engine.
Yeah,
like you got to know how to handle that. Yeah. You got to know how to handle that thing. Or you're going to go into the woods. You're going to spin off the road and hit a fucking tree. And that's the problem with a guy like Kanye. It's just like his brain has more horsepower than the average brain. And, you know, he's on a road where everybody else is going 35 miles an hour, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of my way!"
Yeah.
You know, because he's got that Ferrari engine.
Yeah.
But that engine, you will spin out. The tires won't hold.
Yeah,
you will take a corner
out.
too fast. Yeah, you'll go sideways.
Yeah, this the crash out bucket right here.
Yeah, what's with the helmet?
Out.
Why'd you choose the helmet?
I feel like this is one of the lucrative helmets that they wear when they go to war.
Lucrative?
Yeah, lucrative. You know, this is the crash out buckets because I feel like when you wear this helmet, you already crashed out. It's like you committed to the crash out. Like
right. You're all in.
All in. So I feel like we at war right now with the Democrats. I know.
Isn't that crazy to say?
I know. But,
it's crazy to say, but I know exactly what you're saying.
Exactly.
I just can't believe people say it, and it's true.
It's wild life right now.
What is like the Democrats are now the Republicans.
Yes, it's wild.
They're the ones trying to control speech.
They didn't even clap for the little kid.
No.
That was bullshit.
They didn't clap for the little kid. They didn't clap for the lady who got fucked up by that volleyball player that was a dude. They didn't clap for Lake and Riley who got murdered by the illegal immigrant.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, it's just we're so divided. It's so you can't clap for a little kid who survived cancer. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, where
like,
your heart at?
Like he's on their side, so you can't clap for this little kid. Like
clap.
you're upset.
Yeah.
This little kid's watching you not clap at him.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's a little child.
Yeah, hurting his heart.
A child with cancer, and you can't put your shit aside to give that kid some love. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, that's
we have to stop the division in this country, and I feel like people are digging in their trenches. They're digging in deeper and deeper, and really we should be encouraging the opposite.
Yes,
most of what people are arguing about all day long in politics is not affecting your life. It's bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
It's bullshit. And you could get caught up in it, and it could become your whole life, and you will waste your life thinking about that stuff instead of thinking about stuff that you actually have control over.
Exactly.
Your family, your friends,
stuff that's important.
Your life, stuff that's actually important, which is what you should be thinking about most of the time.
Reality.
But some people, they think about that and then think, well, what are these motherfuckers doing behind the scenes? They're stealing my fucking taxes, doing this and bringing in the illegals, and what are they doing with the trans kids?
Non-stop.
Yeah, it's nonstop, man.
But that's why we got to bring comedy and love back, and the enjoyable laughs on X. Making people.
Were you on Twitter before Elon bought it?
Yeah, I was on there before.
Did you get in trouble at all? Or would you
take
take it on the DL back then, like a little lighter?
Nah, obviously back then I was representing the NFL. There's some stuff I can't really talk on and speak on.
Right, you representing the NFL right now?
Yo, you gotta get the fuck out of it.
Yeah, some of the shit you write is wild. Yeah, you get wild. But it's funny.
Yeah.
That's what I go to Twitter for.
It's
I don't want to be mad.
Laughs.
Yeah.
We don't want to stress people. I wanted people to come to my X page and fucking ball out your eyes.
Yeah. So when you did the awards, who put that together?
Me and my guy Jacob, we put it together.
Genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
That was amazing.
And everybody loved it. It was huge.
Love it, yeah. I think it was bigger than the award show or the Oscars. I feel like we had a lot of numbers.
You had a lot of numbers on X, man. Like a lot of people watched that. What was the final numbers on that?
I think almost 200 million engagement.
That is so crazy.
Right on the X,
That's so great. But it's fun. People are starving for fun.
They need excitement.
Yeah.
A little uncomfortable, but a little cool. Because we make the uncomfortability cool when it's like, damn.
Also, you're doing it all with a big smile.
It's happiness, man.
Yeah, you're having a good time.
Good time, making people feel good.
Yeah.
That's what we need more of.
Are you going to do more award shows?
I need to. We need to do more, especially if you're a part of it. If you're going to come support it, of course.
I'll support. I'll get a bunch of guys to come, too.
We need to do a real experience, like a real show awards where we have it.
I feel like you could do it every quarter. You could do like once a quarter.
Every 3 months,
Why not? You get some sponsors. Let's go. You know, because like that's a legitimate show. Like fuck all these other award shows. Like I didn't watch the Oscars.
There's so much politics. It's just not even fun.
I know they're talking about politics and Ukraine and this and Gaza and Palestine.
Get back to
you're making movies. Just make your fucking movies.
Right, just go right to the theaters and keep it going.
This is what we did. We worked real hard.
Exactly.
Everybody, thank you everybody for all your hard work. Yay, we won. That's it.
That's it.
That's all I want to hear from you.
That's all we want to hear.
I'm not interested in someone who lies for a living, because that's what they do. They pretend to be somebody else for a living.
Yeah.
Tell me how I should view the world.
Yeah.
I like to go to other people for that, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you fucking people are just actors. Just because you're famous doesn't mean what you have to say is important.
Exactly.
Especially at a fucking award show. Imagine like taking your time and you're gonna use that award show to denounce politics and proclaim your platform. Like,
just ruin shit.
Boring.
Super boring.
Boring. Yours is fun. You could have a giant audience. You could have musical performers. Like,
have a real show.
Yeah, man.
People look forward to and feel happy about.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And make people feel good for doing great things, man.
Yes. And it's also like the fun thing about you doing something like that too is it lets other people know like, oh, I could cut loose too.
Yeah, you
and maybe
be a little open.
Yeah, maybe
have a little
I
comedy fun.
Yeah, maybe someone will pay attention to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I can crack some good jokes and have some fun.
Some good humor to bring people together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's one cool thing that I am seeing from a lot of former athletes. They're starting podcasts.
Yeah. I like the podcast. As well, the space.
Yeah, it's like it's a good way for guys to just sit around and shoot the shit and
be expressive.
Look at Pat McAfee. I mean, he's fucking
he's killing it. Yeah, Pat take it to a whole new level after the career. Exactly.
Yeah, but that's like a great example of what's possible for a lot of former athletes.
Yeah,
especially fun guys like you.
Yeah.
Have you thought about doing a podcast?
I would love to. I just started a little one, CTSPN, but I think I need it. I feel like I don't want to be the guy that's just talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes it get a little watered down when you just talking too much. I feel like as a player, I always was about action. I love to talk and be funny and creative, but sometimes it depends on what's the seriousness and the purpose coming behind it, or what's the meaning.
Believe me, I know. I talk too much. I talk 4 or 5 days a week sometimes.
No, but your opinion is really good.
I
like seeing you give your opinion, and you always real. You're a realist.
I
not a lot
try
of people
to keep it real. Yeah.
Keep it official or tell the truth how they feeling. So, it's always amazing to be here with you on experience here is real.
Well, I feel very fortunate that my job depends on me being real.
Yeah.
So, you don't have an option.
But a lot of people can't really pay that price. Like, how do you come to a source for yourself where you could just be 100% genuine about like how you feel and who you is?
I kind of always have been that way. I think that's my CTE.
I love that. That's your trauma, just being your real self.
When I was young, man, I got hit in the head a lot. And I think all my years of sparring and fighting, I think rattled something loose. It rattled the give a fuck part loose. Whereas like I don't care as much if other people are mad at me as some people do. I don't care as much. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it if people are upset at me, but it doesn't ruin my life like it does with some people. I can just
stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Also, I think I have enough real world perspective to know what's actually important in this life. And it's not really necessarily other people's opinions, especially the type of opinions of people that get upset all the time about everything. They're not valuable opinions. So even if they're making you out to be the worst person that's ever lived, like according to them, but they're idiots. Like you have to be able to have perspective. And if you feel a certain way and you don't tell people, if you think a certain way, you don't tell people, you're doing a disservice to you. You're doing a disservice to them. Mm-hmm. Like nobody's benefiting from that. Nobody.
No one's benefiting. You holding back
from
being your true self. So how do you handle criticism? You just handle it with achievement, right? Just don't say nothing, right?
Just keep on going.
Just keep going. Achieve more, right?
Yeah, this thing called life gonna keep on rolling. just ignore it. I mean, if I'm my worst critic. So if I have a bad show, if I do something I don't like or wish I didn't do, I am upset at myself more than other people are gonna be anyway.
Now you're a realist.
Yeah, so I'm not interested in the opinions of people that are easily upset by almost anything.
How do you feel about crypto, man? You got Phantom Wallet? How do you get your money in crypto?
Well, Jamie and I have been talking about starting our own bullshit coin.
No.
That'd be dope.
You know what I mean?
I'm not doing it.
Not bullshit coin?
I thought you were going to do a pull it up Jamie coin.
No.
What about the butt coin? You heard of butt coin?
No, what's butt
coin?
The
Doginal Doge coin? Doginal, I read a shirt today, Doginal Doge coin. I mean, it's a bunch of coins.
There's like 1 million coins, right?
Yeah, it's like 1 million.
How many coins are there? How many meme coins?
It's over.
It's over?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The meme coin?
It all fell apart
when?
Last week.
This week?
Yeah.
Jamie? For real?
Everything fell apart?
Why did it fall apart?
Because it's nonsense.
I hope we didn't ruin it by talking about it.
Could have. I don't know.
I'm thinking
Did
about
Portnoy
launching a
ruin it?
meme coin.
I don't know. I'm not making any
Portnoy kind of
accusations.
exposed it.
It's over.
Because Portnoy was the only one that was looking at it going, am I going to jail? Like,
Yeah, you
is
gotta be
this
careful.
legal?
Yeah, I feel like you should. I was thinking about launching a coin myself that's really legit, that you don't own, you don't sell it, you don't rip it. That way, if it tank, they make their money. I feel like you could go to focus.xyz at AB and check it out.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Okay, so you promise not to pump and dump?
Yeah, no pump and dump. It's unruggable. Like nobody could pump and dump it.
Oh, you can't pull the rug out?
Yeah, you can't pull a rug out. So that way
Really?
it just stay and grows. Because that's why I feel like that's what people get in trouble with all these coins, just pump and dump. And people
Right.
don't want to be scammed or fucked over or manipulated.
Exactly.
So I feel like you got to have, for me, to make one coin, I feel like we got to make one that won't sell a tank, an unguardable
Yeah.
one that you could focus on. I think I'm going to put it out now. It's on focus.xyz/AB.
There was
check it out.
this one coin that Hamzat Chimaev, the UFC fighter, released. That was they were claiming that he did a pump and dump, and there was like, you ripped off your fans. I'm like,
Yeah, you can't
man,
rip off your fans.
You can't rip off your fans, obviously, but also, I don't know if the people that are buying those coins are fans. I think they're gamblers. I think those people are just gamblers. And they're just trying to figure out, okay, if I buy in now, and
Will I
they're
make
fucking,
money?
they probably got like their finger over the sell button, waiting for it to get to a certain number,
And then cash
go,
out.
and cash out.
It's like the casino at that point.
100%. But it's more rigged than the casino, because the casino, like, the person playing it can't rig it.
Yeah.
But the person playing it is rigging it. The person
Yeah.
buying the coins can rig it. Like, especially if you get a famous guy like Hamzat or someone else to tweet about it and make it a big deal, and then the price goes up, and then you just pick a peak
Yeah.
number, and when it hits that number, you're like, that's it.
Yeah, you can't fuck people over. No one's feeling good fuck without their
No.
decision.
But also, who are these people, and why'd they think they were going to make money on bullshit coins?
Yeah, I don't get
Like,
it.
what is? Are we? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, what is it?
Are we mad at the casino when someone blows all their money playing roulette? No, we're like, well, that's what you signed up for. Like,
Yeah.
you could have won money. Like, people win money on roulette,
Yeah, they
or
win
they
money.
don't. But if you lose all your money in roulette, we're not mad at the casino.
No.
So why are we mad when
At the
someone
people we
loses
put-
their money in meme coins? You know, it's like,
I
what the
know.
fuck did you think was going to happen?
You took a gamble.
Yeah, you're literally buying a coin that's like a little doggy face, and you you took your whole life savings and you gambled on a doggy face coin. That's what, a fake money coin? Explain that to me.
Dumbass of the day.
That's dumbass of the day.
Yeah,
right.
literally.
It's like, I feel terrible for anybody who got tricked into doing that shit. But I think most of those people are not getting tricked. They're like scamming.
Yeah,
they're trying to
they're
like
hustling.
figure out. They're hustling. They're trying to
Yeah.
figure out when to buy, when
Figure
to
a way
sell.
to make it big.
Yeah. But the weird thing is, like, a guy like Portnoy can tweet about a coin, and then once he makes that post, the coin goes up, and then he sells, and he makes $1 million. He's like, is that okay? Like, is that legal? Well, it turns out it is legal.
Yes.
That's totally legal to do.
Yeah.
But, like, shouldn't there be some fucking regulations? Because you can't do that with a lot of things.
Yeah.
If you did that with the stock market, wouldn't you be in trouble if you did that with the stock market? Like, if you tweeted about a stock, and then that stock went up, and then you sold right away. Like, if you're like, I'm bullish on this stock, and then that stock goes up, and then you sell right away. Is that a pump and dump? It is, right?
Yeah.
No,
It's
that's
not?
how it works. No,
Is that totally legal?
yeah.
It's legal.
Talk in the microphone, bro.
I have no idea why that wouldn't be illegal, but that's not pumping.
But you're promoting it, right?
That's not pumping. No, pumping literally is you're putting money up.
Okay, so you're putting money to elevate the price.
It has to be seen. There has to be something
Right.
to look at. Yeah.
So that's the question. So it all starts out with some real money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you got to put something in on it. You can't just start off. You got to have your money.
How much money?
How
Like-
much ever you could put.
How much does a coin like?
It all start. Literally depends. It's over. I'm telling you,
It's
this
on
is
you.
over. It's not worth learning it now, but
Jamie's funny. It's over. You know what that means? That means Jamie's stockpiling coins.
No, I'm
he's trying to
literally-
bring down
I'm
the price.
trying to tell you.
Don't you feel it?
He's
That's what
trying to
he's
get it
doing.
lower so
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can get the ups.
He's trying to bring down the price.
if I was, that's
I
not
know
how
you-
this game
bro,
works.
I
It's
know what you're
literally
doing,
the
man. Why
opposite
you
of how it
lying?
would work. If
You don't
that's
have to
what I
lie
was
to
trying
us. We love you.
All
I
right.
seen you get high with Elon Musk on here. He hit the joint and it's like
Allegedly.
he hit the
Allegedly.
yeah, alleged. I like that.
He got in
Alleged.
trouble for that
I don't know
because he has top secret clearance.
Yeah, I figured he was.
Think about that. We can't show that on YouTube anymore. YouTube is
YouTube is not like in the smoke. Right?
YouTube is taking some precautions. Protecting
Make sure
people
Bay
from
smokes,
themselves.
man. 56.
So this stuff that you have is legal in 50 states?
Yes.
I don't even want to ask how. I just trust you.
Bay smokes.
How's it legal in 50 states? I'm going to ask how.
Bay smokes.
Right.
Bay smokes. You got to explain to us. I know how it's legal.
How?
Bay smokes got the paperwork. He figured it out.
Well, it all should be
I think he got
legal.
hemp. He sell hemp as well.
Oh, okay.
So that was the key about it. To be able to get the clearance in 50 states, Bay smokes.
I don't know how the DEA feels about that, but I feel like we're just a few years away from it being completely legal. I know Kamala was saying that she wanted to make it legal if she got into office.
Yeah, that's the best thing she ever
you want
said.
some coffee?
Yeah,
I hope Trump does it too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I really do, because it's stupid.
Thank you, brother.
I mean, if you don't want to smoke pot, don't smoke pot. If you don't want to drink whiskey, don't drink whiskey.
It's your choice.
Yeah, just give people choice. Don't tell me it's all bad for you. Stop. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. You obviously don't smoke weed. Shut your mouth.
You dig?
It's going to make you lazy and ruin the children. No, you have lazy kids. You get kids high, they get paranoid. When they get paranoid, they work harder. They're like, I got to get my shit together. Yeah, you start picturing yourself old in your deathbed. Like, what did I do? Like, oh my God, I got to get to work.
Get you going.
Sometimes a little paranoia is good for you.
Yeah,
I like it.
They're going to put that fire in you to get going.
Yeah, comfort is the worst poison that a man can consume.
Don't seek comfort.
No.
You got to commit to be the difference.
Yeah, you get to enjoy comfort when you earn it. You know, long day's work, you want to come home, sit in front of the television, watch a little Netflix, have a good time, have a nice meal at a restaurant. Yeah, you earned that. But don't think that's what you want out of life. I just want to retire and drink. Jordan Peterson talked about this. He said, what's your vision of retirement? It's like, is your vision of retirement sitting on the beach, drinking margaritas? Like, how long do you think you can do that for?
Maybe a day.
Yeah, 2 days, a week, 2 weeks.
Life
and then
is always
you're going to be depressed.
Yeah.
You have no purpose in life.
Yeah.
I think the problem really is that a lot of people don't have any purpose while they're working. Like, a lot of people aren't fortunate to pursue a career in football and to be, a podcaster or something they enjoy. They're doing something that sucks, so they can't wait until they don't have to do the thing that sucks. And they think, I could just be free, just to lay around and do nothing. Like, man, you better find something to do. You better go play golf.
Life's always about being driven. The moment you think you can stop and just not do nothing, then you're going to be stopped. You got to keep going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I tell all my friends that start getting successful. Yeah. People are like, oh, you made it. You can relax now. I go, listen to me. There is no made it.
You made it when you're done.
There's no made it. Made it is not real. It is just life.
Exactly.
You're living life. You're successful. Good. That means you have an obligation to work harder to keep it rolling.
Yeah, hold up. That's standard. You got to stand it to it.
You got to keep going.
Yeah,
you got to push it harder now. But there's no made it. There's no fucking holding hands and walking out into the sunset.
That's just a mentality for people who, in that contentment, just wanting to be content in regards of everything's done, right? You know?
Yes. They want to get off work.
Exactly.
That's what it is. They want to get off work
and
relax.
They want to go do some on their own time.
Yeah, because most people are not really living. They're just surviving. They're just existing.
Doing what they have to do.
Yeah. And the only time they feel like they're living is they're hanging out with their friends. Yeah. Having fun, relax. But you can't do that professionally. So you gotta find something. You gotta find something you enjoy as much as your hobbies. Figure out how to do that.
You gotta live life, healthy.
Yeah.
Exercise, what you eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. When you first started posting wild shit on Twitter, did anybody ever call you and go, hey, man,
of
you
course,
gotta stop?
Everyone. They was like, bro, what the fuck? They're like calling my phone like, bro, you idiot. You calling people crackers now? What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, bro, it's an uncomfortable sense of humor for comedy, bro.
Well, cracker is the most benign of all insults. That doesn't work at all.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, everyone loves crackers.
Yeah, no one's
crackers,
upset.
Cheez-Its.
Yeah. No one's upset.
I just feel like when I first started, they're like, what the hell is you doing?
Yeah.
Or faggot of the day, they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was like, you know what? It's not meant to it's meant to bring people up to say like, yo, we could have a funny moment. Like,
for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, enjoy yourself, man.
Enjoy yourself. Yeah, we need a lot more of that. But I think, we were conditioned because of the way the old Twitter worked to be very careful of what you said, very cautious of what you said. And also, there was real consequences.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just get banned from Twitter. You might get banned from Facebook and everything else as well, and then get labeled a dangerous
100%.
person.
I remember when one of my football friends, Rashard Mendenhall, back in the days, he tweeted, it was like 2012, he tweeted about like 9/11 when he was playing. And I remember right away, they had like the feds calling his phone, newspaper. It was crazy.
What did he say?
He just like, I don't think we should be celebrating the death. I think the death of Osama bin Laden. I think it was for the 9/11 attack. I think in 2012, I think we just killed him. America just had killed him. So I feel like he tweeted something, and it was like, that's when when Twitter was like, you was limiting what you could say. That was a prime example of,
And did they attack him?
They attacked him all over the news. I think that was his last year with the Steelers.
Really?
Literally.
They got rid of him because of a tweet.
Yeah.
God damn. What did he say? Can you find out what he said,
Rashard Mendenhall said a 9/11. Shout out to Rashard Mendenhall, man. That's my brother.
Yeah, that was a dangerous time to say controversial shit. You'd lose your whole career, and you couldn't get it back.
Yeah, it'll be over.
You couldn't get it back then.
No,
I mean,
you wouldn't get it back.
There was nobody rebounded from those days. There was people that had like big public personas, and then they kind of got removed from the conversation. And even when they got brought back years later, they were so
Still
devastated
out of
by
it. Yeah, so traumatized. They had CTE by that time.
Like legit, their trauma. Like you're legitimately worried.
Yeah.
So what does he say? Mendenhall's post day after Bin Laden news broke said, "What kind of person celebrates death? It's amazing how people can hate a man they have never heard speak. We only heard one side." He also tweeted September 11 attacks. "We never know what really happened. I just have a hard time believing a plane could take a skyscraper down demolition style." The latter post was eventually removed by Mendenhall's Twitter page. Wendy's offering was a different story. I appreciate those who've decided to read this letter, attain a greater understanding of my recent Twitter posts. See, I've gotten misconstrued, and I wanted to use this outlet as a way to clear up things that do not truthfully represent myself, what I stand for personally, and any organization that I'm a part of. First, I want people to understand I'm not in support of bin Laden or against the USA. I understand how devastating 9/11 was to this country and to the people whose families were affected, not just in the USA, but families all over the world who had relatives in the World Trade Center. My heart goes out to the troops who fight for our freedoms every day, not being certain if they will have the opportunity to return home, and the families who watch their loved ones bravely go off to war. Last year, I was grateful enough to have the opportunity to travel overseas, to participate in football camp and put on for the children of U.S. troops sanctioned in Germany. It was a special experience. These events had a significant impact in my life. Point out the celebrates death tweet. This controversial statement was something I said in response to the amount of joy I saw in the event of a murder. I don't believe this is an issue of politics or American pride, but one of religion, morality, and human ethics. See, that's the problem with tweets, because you're writing something, it's 120 characters back then, and it's just, a complicated issue like that thing. Like maybe we shouldn't be celebrating death. Maybe we shouldn't be celebrating murder.
Exactly.
Maybe we should, instead of like having joy and cheering, maybe we should wonder how that guy got into the position he's in the first place. Like what happened? If you know the whole history of Osama bin Laden, it's kind of fucking crazy because he worked for us. He was the head of the Mujahideen. Yeah, and we trained them. The CIA trained them to fight against the Soviets. And, we fucking armed those people, supplied them, got them going. And then they, after a while, they're like, fuck these people. They turned on America. And instead of being our ally, they were our worst enemy. What are you doing over there? Snapchat? What's going on?
No, I was texting.
You don't
myself.
Snapchat, do you?
No, I don't be Snapchat.
No, the kids Snapchat. My kids don't even text. They just snap their friends. They're in the middle of the movie theater or something. They're like, take a weird face, send it to their friends. I'm like, what are you doing? This is a weird way to communicate.
Snapchat just got all the filters of the face. You could just make it creative with the text.
Kids are just all in addicted to Snapchat.
I was just texting my son.
Another thing that's weird too is they all have a Snap map, so they know where they all
see where
are.
you at all the time.
They're like, oh, she's with him, that fucking bitch. You see where all your friends are.
Yeah.
You got a map of all your friends that you let
see
follow.
Layout where everyone
at. It's weird, man. They're all little
awkward,
surveillance experts
standing on the map.
Yeah, they're all little narcs. They're all narking on each other. But the crazy thing is they give it up to each other. They all, like, you have to, if you have friends, you have to let your friends know where you are on the snap map. And if you block it, like if you block them temporarily, what is she doing?
You at? Where do you go?
What is he up to?
You off the grid?
He's off the grid. What this motherfucker? What is he doing?
What the hell's going on?
Yeah. Man, kids today, they don't have any fucking privacy.
No, everything is exposed.
Everything's exposed.
Yeah.
What year were you born?
1988.
Okay, so by the time you were 20 years old, phones were just starting to arrive, right? Like 98-ish.
Yeah, the
kind of
sidekick.
Right.
Flip phones, Nextel.
Remember the sidekick?
Yeah, flip it over.
I was so jealous. Like, wow, you got a keyboard?
Need that. Yeah, it was amazing.
That's crazy. You got a little keyboard? And then
fire.
people's sidekicks were getting hacked. Remember Paris Hilton? Some pussy photos got out, I believe?
I heard that. She had designer vagina.
Maybe she just had a pretty one.
Yeah,
some girls are just
vagina.
born with a pretty one.
It's crazy.
But some girls do get designer vaginas, which is like, ladies, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, you
don't do that. We don't care what it looks like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind a little chaos down there.
I don't mind a little Harry Potter.
Yeah, you don't have to. You
I hit it with my wand still.
You don't have to trim it up, make it look like the perfect wonton. That's not necessary.
If it's hairy, then that means it's not really been spanked a lot.
I don't know if that's true. There's a lot of hairy ladies with loose morals.
Damn.
Yeah.
I thought a hairy pussy is not a busy pussy.
It depends on what she's doing with it.
She might just let it work because nobody getting it.
Maybe.
If she cleaned it off, that means she's getting ready to give it.
But can you imagine, I guess dudes do get dick operations, right? Because they get circumcised.
Yeah.
That's a dick look operation.
It must be a shortage of dick out here, how much pussy I'm getting.
Well, that's always the story, is that 80% of the women are dating 20% of the men. That's the real story
That's
of
the
life.
ratio, huh?
That's the reality. 80% of the women are attracted to and are dating, or excuse me, 80% of the women are attracted to and are dating 20% of the men. Always. Wow. So that's why there's so many incels in this world.
So many ratios.
So many dudes just jerking off and playing video games because nobody wants them.
Yes.
And that's a self-fulfilling prophecy because if you keep jerking off and playing video games, you're never going to succeed in life.
Yeah, the
so
pressure.
no one's ever going to look at you like,
Yeah, you're never going to get the opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
I'm glad I'm not born in this era.
Yeah.
This is a terrifying era to navigate for kids.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Also, the ability to just send a dick picture when you're 15, that's crazy.
Yeah. You could just pop it out.
Yeah, that's not.
Yes.
That's too much responsibility for a young man.
That's
like
walkie.
giving a young man a nuclear weapon. Like he can't handle that.
Yeah.
That's
too much movie.
That's way too much.
Yeah,
that's way too much. And then they all got porn now, which is even crazier.
It's too available nowadays. Too much at the finger of these kids.
Yeah, instantaneously. Not just porn, but murder. Man, me and my friend Tom Segura. Do you know Tom Segura?
I heard of the name.
He's hilarious. You need to do his show. He would have you on. Yeah. Your Mom's House. It's a great podcast. It's a huge podcast. But he and I send each other every day the worst shit we could find on the internet.
Wow.
The worst shit that comes across my Instagram feed, I send it to Tom. It's every day. It's someone getting murdered.
The worst shit of the day, some craziness on there, right? It's always some shit like, wow.
Oh, and it's not one time a day either.
All day,
it's like
right?
multiple times a day. We're traumatizing each other.
It's like, what the hell is this?
Today was a dude who crashed his motorcycle right into a gas truck. This dude just rode his motorcycle. The bike explodes, catches on fire. The tank explodes. The dude gets cooked.
Damn.
Yeah.
He just went fried turkey on the middle of the street.
One day he's riding his motorcycle, enjoying freedom, and then a second later, boom! I've seen every horrible video that's on the internet. Every one of them.
That's crazy. That's fucking ludicrous. The internet is undefeated, but it is our shit. Like, we run the internet.
Yes. It's open.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing. Like, you get these memes.
Yeah, the
I don't
memes
even
are
know who's
crazy.
making them, and they're hilarious. And they're just coming. Someone's texting them to you, and like
all the time. I seen one. I seen one today. I posted it. It was like the wrestling guy had said no condoms, and then Elon Musk. I was like, I don't like condoms either, so I could have put my name and shit.
Yeah, Elon Musk has how many kids now that we know of?
I ain't knew he was getting so much pussy. I thought Elon Musk was a calm guy.
I wouldn't say he's calm. I mean, I think it's going back to like the Kanye Ferrari engine analogy. It's the same kind of thing. It's just in a different realm. That's what he is with like rocket science and car design and satellites and
spaceship in the pussy.
Exactly. Also, like when you are literally the richest man in the world,
like how
it just
come to you, right?
What are his DMs like?
His DMs jumping out the gym, huh?
Full of titties. His DMs must be
full of bitties, huh? Back shots everywhere.
Everything. Squats and fingers and sucking on bananas. It's like his DMs must be wild.
He's got a movie theaters in his DM.
There's girls just thinking, like, what's the move? What's the right thing to send him?
You know Sean Kingston? My God loves you.
No.
He's calling right. You never met Sean Kingston? He's calling me right now because he loves you.
What's up?
Yo, Sean.
What's up, Sean? What's going on, my man? How you doing?
I'm a huge fan, man. We got to do an interview, man. That's my brother you got up there, man. Tony O'Brien is my brother, man.
He loves you.
All right, man. Well, cool. That sounds great. I love him, man.
I would love to go up there. What's up, hey, Bizzle?
What's up, baby? We're here with Joe right now.
We're live right now.
You live right now, Sean?
Yeah. Shout out to Joe Rogan, the best motherfucking podcast. Can I curse? I don't know if
Yeah, you're allowed. You're allowed.
It's the best podcast. I go to sleep watching this. This man talks so many. This man got knowledge of a man. Listen, Joe
You're
Rogan
smart.
is the best.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Love, brother.
Love you,
Hey,
brother.
call me after, bro.
Call you after, brother.
Call me after.
Yeah, they want their side. Everyone's excited I'm here. Even Theo Vaughn told me to play some Trick Daddy.
Oh, okay.
Everyone loves you, Joe.
Theo's the best.
Theo's the man, too.
I love that dude.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's so unique.
Yeah, he's different.
I don't know anybody
Swaggy,
like him.
Cool, calm.
Yeah.
Got the mullet going. He's swaggy.
Yeah, and just the way he talks, like
Yeah,
he's
he's
so
funny.
ridiculous.
Yeah, he got the country.
Theo and I went to dinner the other night, and we're sitting at the table eating dinner for an hour and a half. We're just nonstop crying, laughing, just crying, laughing. At the end, like my sides hurt when we got up from the table. I was like, "Oh my god, that was so much fun." So having friends like that is the best because like everywhere you go, it's like you have a personal
moment.
show.
Yeah, it's always entertaining.
Yeah, we're just always fucking around and having fun.
What about Shane Gillis? He's
the best.
He's the best, right?
He's the best.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, we were just hanging out Tuesday night.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Shane's awesome. He loves you too.
Yeah, that's my heart, man.
Yeah, all my comedian friends love you. They're all sharing your
They're
shit all the
best. Yeah,
time.
I love those guys.
Yeah, he was excited when he got Cracker of the Year too.
He's amazing. He's killing it too.
He is. He's killing it. He's so funny, man.
Yeah.
And he's such a good guy.
Yeah,
like he's such a
genuine.
sweetheart.
So genuine. You could just see by a smile, pure heart.
100%.
Yeah, pure heart guy.
Just sweetheart of a guy. And you know, I'm just glad there's more people like that in the world.
Yeah, we need more people like that, like him.
Yeah.
In the world that just, pure, doing what they love, giving back comedy, making people light up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
we need that.
and spreading fun. Again, back to the same thing that you do. Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
There's people who enjoy themselves again. Just be our natural selves. Make the uncomfortable a little comfortable and a little fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially in today's era of everybody, we're getting past the days where everything was like tight and everybody was going crazy. And I think things are lightening up. And thanks to Elon buying X, that had a huge impact because I think people realized that it wasn't just them that was thinking things had gone too far. It was most people. But they didn't have a way to express themselves because if they said it, they got attacked.
Yeah, no one wanted to ruin what they built up for couple seconds on what they said. You know
exactly.
What I mean? It takes so long to build your shit.
Yeah, like we just showed. Yeah, exactly. You lose everything.
Lose everything for one moment.
Yeah, so you're sitting there, maybe you got a couple of drinks in you, and you're like, I gotta fucking say something. Like, someone needs to be there to grab your hand. Like,
calm that shit down. Don't ruin everything we built this.
Do it.
Yeah,
don't
take yourself out the game.
But I think now, if you do that, people go, yeah. I'm glad you said that because I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like now it's different because people feel like they can express themselves, which is the real danger of censorship. Even if you don't agree with what someone is saying, you gotta let them say it because if you don't, someone's gonna limit what you say. And that's just the nature of free speech.
Exactly. I feel like we all have the right to our own opinion. No matter if it's right or wrong, it's just your opinion.
We 100%.
Yeah.
Look, you don't have to go to your Twitter page. You don't have to go to my Twitter page. You don't have to listen to this podcast.
Yeah, it's your option.
It's your option, but you should have that option.
Yes.
And you should have the option to express yourself. You should also have the option to say things, and if you think that it was misconstrued, do what he did and lay it all out. This is how I really feel. This is my actual feelings, and I feel like if you read that, he should have been completely forgiven. The idea that they traded him after that, that's disgusting. Because that's also censorship. Because now you're encouraging other people to keep their mouth shut.
Exactly. You're showing them the rules of what is going, the aftermath of what's going to come if you do that.
100%.
So it's grateful that we in better times and things getting better.
Yeah.
People able to express themselves more on the X app, and thanks Elon Musk giving us that good,
Yeah. I think
freedom of speech.
I think the country's moving in a good direction. As long as we can avoid this fucking war. As long as we can avoid war and war with China and war with Russia and everybody else. If we could just avoid that, I think we're going to be okay. We just got to make it through some weird shit.
Yes.
And UFOs.
And UFOs. You saw those UFOs?
Yeah, man. They're everywhere. I don't know what to think. Some days I think we're being visited, and some days I think it's all the government. It's all bullshit.
Yeah,
it's all drones.
Some maybe some.
What do you think it is?
Maybe we need to just call the Men in Black. See if they know.
The Men in Black, I think, are real. I think that's government agents that come visit you after you've had some sort of an experience.
Maybe.
I think that's what it is. I mean, there's always been these stories of Men in Black coming to visit people after they've had encounters.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. If you're yapping about some shit, especially if it's actually some government shit that they're working on, and then, some two men in suits come up, and when you see two men show up in a Cadillac in suits, you automatically assume they're serious people.
Some serious
They get
shit
out
going
with
on.
black suits, black ties, and they look at you and they tell you, "Hey, Antonio, we'd like to talk to you about your encounter." And then you're like, "Oh shit, I'm in trouble." And then they're doing some hypnosis on you and some mind control shit, and talking and bringing you in a room, and then you leave and you don't know what the fuck happened. Like, what happened? Antonio got visited by the Men in Black. That's what I think the Men in Black is. I think it's government agents investigating.
Government agents, investigators coming through. You gotta be.
Or if there's like a legitimate UFO sighting, like something legitimately that the government doesn't know what the fuck it is, I think then also they would send people who are authority figures. What better authority figure than a man in a suit?
Yeah. Yeah. Random as fuck.
Yeah. Will Smith, Men in Black, wearing a suit. I don't think they really can erase your memory.
I don't think they go poop.
No, I don't think they can do that. But I do think that they probably use mind control on you. They probably hypnotize you. They probably manipulate the way you think, especially if you're under stress. Yeah. If you're nervous, like you think you could be in trouble, like something's going on.
They get you out.
Yeah.
I remember Tony Robbins kind of did that to me one time.
He did it to you?
Yeah, you know Tony Robbins?
What did he do?
He did that, kind of hypnosed me a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
How did he do it?
You gotta like just sink some stuff in my spirit, just like, yo, AB, go win the Super Bowl. See yourself like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tony Robbins really amazing. I met him through Tom Brady.
Oh,
right
really?
in Boca Raton.
Does Tom Brady use him too?
Yeah.
So he does mind coaching for you?
Yeah, I put you right to sleep, everything.
Really?
Yeah.
So how does it? Explain it to me. Like lay it out. How does it go?
Just kind of like, you know what I mean? Close your eyes. You just say a lot of stuff and just bring it in. Just kind of put in your spirit. You know Tony Robbins, right?
Sure.
The famous.
Bro, I read his books
he,
when I was 21 years old in 1988. Yeah. I was reading his book when I was trying to figure out how to make it in comedy. I got it was like a cassette thing. You have a bunch of cassettes, and there's each one has workbooks that you're supposed to fill out stuff and goals and all these different things. He's got legit great information.
Yeah, I went and seen him in Boca Raton maybe 2020, right before I got with Tampa Bay. It was like, yo, you're gonna win the Super Bowl, man. You're gonna make a big catch. See yourself.
Really?
Just lock it in my spirit. Just it's pretty cool, man. Shout out to Tony Robbins for doing that.
I think there's something to that.
He got a real good manifestation and just downloading and programming your body just for just seeing yourself at that place. It was another level.
I think that shit works. I think there's limitations to it. I don't think you could take a sloppy accountant and say, you're going to beat Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying?
You can't just do that shit. It don't work like that.
It doesn't work like that. But I think if you're already talented and you're already in the game and you could put some things in your mind and you can make some things happen.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of something to that.
Yeah.
But it's not everything. It's that's why. Did you ever see that movie, The Secret?
Of course, that's a nice book too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So The Secret, I think
about some of those things, right?
it's about one aspect of it, but they concentrate too much on the one aspect.
Yeah.
The one aspect is the visualization, which I think is an aspect. Like imagining, speaking it into being, that's one aspect.
Yes.
But there's a lot of other shit
Other
too.
aspects, yeah.
There's talent. There's hard work.
Yeah.
There's good coaching.
It's discipline.
There's discipline. Discipline is
Opportunity.
probably the most
Top
important.
Yeah, the most important.
As a football player, you must have
course.
felt like that, right?
Of course. Discipline is the way you emanate success.
Yes.
You go there on the road trips and you messing with girls and
Not getting sleep.
not getting sleep, not eating the
bad
right foods.
right?
Exactly.
Yep. Yep.
Not making your workouts and hitting
Yep.
those.
Yep.
Yeah. Studying that film. Discipline the most important.
It's so important for everything in life. So like to think that the secret is the only thing, you just have to think around and visualize it. Like
It's not the only thing.
No, it's an aspect that I think is real, but the problem is people put so much emphasis on it that it becomes bullshit. It becomes like woo woo. They don't think it's real, but it is an aspect. You know, Mike Tyson used to get hypnotized.
Gotta hypnotize yourself. I feel like it just make your vision a part of your spirit. Anytime you know, because I feel like you can write stuff down, write affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
You could set goals, but to meditate on them and make them a part of your spirit, like
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah, to deeply think about them,
Yeah.
embed them in your consciousness.
Yeah.
Make
them
them
a part of you.
Yeah, and then do all the work that's
And
required
then do
to
all
get
the little
yourself to
things.
Yeah. You got to do all that
As
shit
well.
too so that it can manifest.
Everything come together.
Yeah, so that it can happen.
Yeah.
And even then it might not happen.
Yeah.
Like you might not have done it right. You maybe need more
You
work.
gotta put it all together
Yeah.
again.
Maybe you need more discipline. Maybe
Yeah.
you need more hard work. Maybe you need better coaching. But it's an aspect of success in life. You know, and I think with everything, with being a good parent, with being a good father, with being a good husband, with being a good friend, with being a good employee, a good boss, like with everything. Like
Everything you do.
you have to like have a mindset of what you're trying to accomplish.
Absolutely. A
Yeah.
vision. And you gotta make it a part of you, not just writing down,
Yeah.
just making every aspect, every step. If you're gonna have success a part of you.
How many times did you do that with Tony Robbins?
I did it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We
so
did
the,
his house in Boca Raton.
did the first time freak you out? Because the first time was probably the weirdest
The first
one,
time I was a little weird, but then when I went to sleep and woke up, I'm like, dang, I feel refreshed. Like I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like
Right.
I got some new feelings in myself because I feel like at that point I was going through stuff in the NFL and I was kind of like was pissed off because I kind of knew like, man, these guys could just get you out your spot whenever you want. But it was just like I finally realized like, you know what? It's not even about me being right in the situation. It's about just being happy. Like what made me happy in a situation instead of just focusing on, man, I'm right, man. They did this. I was right.
Right.
All right, man, just let it go and be happy.
Well, for a player, the best revenge is to be undeniable.
Yes.
Right. People
Yeah.
could talk all that shit, but when
Yeah.
you're undeniable, they got to give it
You
up.
gotta
to you.
deal with it.
They got to give it up. That's the best revenge.
Exactly.
Always. And I think that's probably the case in everything in life,
Yeah.
is to be undeniable. If you're undeniable, everybody's got to shut the
Everybody
fuck
gonna
up.
come- Yeah, yeah,
They all got to shut the fuck up. And if they don't shut the fuck up, they look foolish.
yeah. Now they're like idiots.
Yeah.
Now
they
they're
look
like
foolish.
a fool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just talking for no reason because
Right.
you know what happened.
Exactly. You know?
You're just a hater at that point.
Oh, there's so many haters.
Yeah.
There's so many haters.
You
But
gotta love your ops. I
Yeah.
feel like haters make you, go harder.
they make you work harder.
Yeah, make
They
you.
do.
They bring the best out of you.
Oh yeah, they do. Haters are good. Fat shaming works.
Yeah.
All that stuff,
Yeah.
like haters, like that,
Yeah.
the anger, the jealousy, mean shit, like that motivates people.
Yeah. It's
You know,
always
you still want
reciprocated. Never
Too
done
much. You just don't want too much.
Yeah.
You know, it's
No
like
overkill, but just a little tad bit.
if you get a little bit of snake venom every day, you get immune to snake venom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you get a big dose, it'll fucking kill you.
Yeah. Take you out the game.
Yeah, don't be like reading all your hate all day
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
That's not good for you
Yeah.
either. But a few
little
haters
motivation to,
lets you know you're on the right track.
yeah. Let you know your trajectory.
Yeah, you want a few haters. If you don't have haters, it means you're not doing
Yeah,
good
you
enough
ain't
to
popping.
get haters. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you.
Everybody who's doing great gets haters. Some haters are hilarious though. Some haters are so dumb. It's like you wonder if they're real people. Like for fighters, it's my favorite. Like, oh, he's a pussy. Like, what are you talking about? That man is literally a professional fighter, and you're calling him a pussy? That's one of the craziest things I've ever heard.
Every fighter thinks every other fighter's a pussy.
They do.
Yeah, it's like everything
They think they're
pussy.
bitches. Well, that's the thing about alpha males.
Yeah.
They think they're the only one that's an alpha male.
Yeah.
They don't think there's someone out there exactly
Like
like
them, exactly.
And maybe a little faster, and maybe a little stronger.
Maybe balls a little bigger.
Yeah, maybe
A little
something.
more testosterone.
Yeah, maybe hands a little bigger, jaws a little wider. See how that little edge,
Little edge.
that allows them to survive the firefight. Yeah. How much UFC do you watch?
I watch UFC every Saturday.
Do you really?
I love Bone Jones. I love fighting. I feel like if I wasn't a player, I probably would have gotten into some sort of fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever do any martial arts at all?
No, when I was little, my mom signed me up for karate,
Yeah.
do a little jujitsu.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
But never like really got serious with it.
No, a couple of.
Might be a fun hobby for you.
Yeah. I like training and working out with it, grappling, wrestling.
Jiu-jitsu is what I meant because that way you don't get hit.
Yeah.
Like I stopped sparring when I was like 27.
Yeah,
I was
no
like,
hits to
this
the
is-
heads, right?
this
Like
is
it's over.
It's just they count.
Yeah.
Hits to the head of the
add
gym
up.
counts. They all count. All those little
Yeah,
donk, all those little donk,
dinks, huh?
all those little, they all count. Bang, they all count.
Yeah.
It all like
It's just going to adding up.
it all adds up to some weird brain shit where it doesn't quite work right. But
Yeah.
this weekend's a big one, man. Pereira and Ankalaev.
That's a big, Pereira been kicking ass too. He lost the last one though, right? He's ready to bounce back.
No, he won.
He
The
won the
last
last
time
one,
he
right?
lost was against Israel Adesanya. That was
Israel.
4 fights ago. I
Adesanya been
believe.
getting his ass with a little bit, right? He been fighting too much. He fight like back to back to back.
Well, he took a lot of time off, but he lost to Imavov, who's very, very good.
Yeah.
And he lost to Drekas Duplessis, who's the champion before that. But he was winning that fight, but he got caught and then he got strangled. I mean, it's hard to stay on top, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay on top. And when he was in his prime, when he was dominating the division, he was the fucking man.
He was going crazy.
It's not like he's lost his skills, man. It's just this is a tough fucking
Tough
sport.
sport, huh?
It's a tough fucking sport, and the sport does not rest. The sport keeps
Nah,
evolving.
everybody's coming.
These guys coming up every year. They're
Everybody's
better.
coming.
Every year they're more complete. There's
just
no
getting
like
worse and worse.
one-dimensional fighters anymore. They can all do everything.
All these guys could just freaking bang out.
They can do everything. The best guys today are all super multifaceted. They all can do everything. But then you have guys like Pereira, who's really a specialist. He's a
fire.
kickboxing specialist.
Yeah, he's fire.
Did you ever watch him kickbox?
Nah, it's crazy.
I was a giant fan of his before he ever got to the UFC. I was telling everybody about him. Like, if this guy gets to MMA, we got
gonna
fucking
fuck some shit up.
problems. You got problems. That guy, he just has to touch you once.
Shit's going down.
He's so different than anybody else in the division. Like, he knocks everybody out. Everybody hits hard. They all hit hard.
But he putting
that
shit
fucking
down.
dude hits hard. hard. You know they have that punch machine?
Oh yeah,
where
you
they-
can see
they
the power.
blast it?
What's his power?
190.
Oh,
Francis
shit.
Ngannou had like 130.
Oh yeah, he got punch power.
He's got more power
He's
than
putting shit
Ngannou.
down.
That's crazy. I mean, I can't even believe. I want to give Francis a second chance at it. I feel like he wasn't swinging hard enough. I feel like if he knows that
Fran's
Pereira
so
got
big,
190,
right? He was going a little
he's
harder.
so much bigger. I mean, Francis is like 270 natural, 270 pounds natural.
Just fucking hog walking.
Yeah, just giant, massive.
Crazy.
And if I feel like he could probably punch harder than he did. I feel like if he knew that Pereira was going to break that record, give him a second
Yeah, he
crack
probably
at
go a
it.
little harder. He
Yeah.
probably punch it a little bit more hip action.
Yeah, a lot more. Yeah, just fucking. But right now I think Pereira has the heart. See if you can find that video. It's crazy to watch because he even does it with his right hand, which is not his power punch.
And it still
his
was
power
130?
punch is his left hook. His left hook is what he knocks out everybody with. But it might be that his left hook is faster and it's a better weapon because it's in the front, and his right hand is more powerful, but he just doesn't land it as often that way. Did you find it? It's crazy. You hear the thud? Put your headphones on real quick. Listen to this.
Oh, hold on. I'm not there yet.
Oh, you didn't get it yet? Okay.
Oh, wait, this.
You got it?
There was someone else talking about it. There it is.
Okay, here we go. Put them on.
No, it's up there.
What do you mean?
It's,
X.com full video? Retry?
yeah, it's up there.
Oh, it disappeared?
Yeah.
Somebody took. Here it is.
That's not.
That's not it?
Just a picture.
Oh, but the video's got to be on there.
Yeah, you hold on, give me a second.
Okay. Is that it? Yeah, here it is. Okay, give me some volume.
Oh my God.
191. Watch this. Check this out.
Oh. Damn.
Bro. That's so.
Right hook.
You have to understand how crazy that is. That's an insane amount of power. The hardest I've ever kicked it.
You going now?
Yeah, the hardest I've ever kicked it with legs. Kicks are way harder. The hardest I ever kicked it was like 152.
And he punching 170.
191.
More than the
191. 191 with a punch.
Different.
It's insane. His power is just
Yeah, he's putting shit
like
down.
from God. It's like a crazy gift. It's different than everybody's power.
Yeah, I never seen the kid he beat up, the other guy, Sonya.
Adesanya?
Yeah, he put him down.
Well, he beat Adesanya in the first fight. Adesanya knocked him out in the second fight
And
in
then
the UFC.
he came back and beat him, right?
No, they didn't fight again.
The third one.
They never fought a third time. They fought before in kickboxing. They fought twice before that in kickboxing.
I wanna
One
see that
time,
rematch.
Israel lost a decision that I think he should have won. The second time, Pereira knocked him out. And then the third time,
That's
Pereira
when he
knocked him out in the UFC. And then the fourth time, Izzy knocked him out.
Yeah, that's
that was
when
the
he
last
did.
time
That's
they
when he
fought.
did the fell with his
Yeah.
son, right? He acted like he fell
Pulled
with
the
his son.
arrows out.
Yeah, he went crazy. He went crazy.
Yeah, that was awesome. But that's a big fight this weekend. I'm pumped. Uncle Ive is good, man. That guy's really good. He's a
Fight
number one
night.
contender.
How excited you get on fight night?
Very excited.
How?
Have you ever been to one live?
I think I've been to one live in Florida.
Bro, you should come
before.
this weekend.
Come on, where is it?
Vegas.
Come on, let's go.
I'll hook it up.
Come on,
I'll get you
I'm coming.
tickets.
I'm coming to Vegas this weekend.
Let's go. I got
Let's
you hooked
go.
up. I got you hooked up. That's it.
Thanks,
Let's
Joe,
go.
baby.
I'll take care of it. I'll
Coming
text
this
the UFC
weekend.
as soon as we get out of here. Yeah, you'll love it. You'll
be
love it.
fire.
Live is like nothing else, man. It's
Nah, you can see it.
especially in Vegas.
Oh, Vegas, another level.
Oh yeah,
I don't think
and
I've
this
been to
is
a live
like
UFC in Vegas.
the Vegas ones are always huge, and this is a big one. T-Mobile sold out.
Oh, shit.
You know, world title fight, main event, light heavyweight
yeah,
title.
yeah.
I mean, and the undercard's banging. The undercard's filled with fights, like killer fights in the undercard. There's like 6 or 7 fights, and I'm like, ooh.
Excited to see that one, right?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, Fight Night in Vegas is amazing. And then they have Slap Fight. Talk about CT ESPN.
Oh, yeah, the
Slap
Slap?
Fight is on Friday night. That should be on CT
That should be
ESPN.
ESPN, yeah.
You should cover Slap Fighting.
I would love to cover stuff like that. That is hilarious.
Bro.
They fighting on site.
Yeah, this
SmackDown.
dudes are getting
That's the real
just
SmackDown.
knocked into another dimension with a slap. It's so
Smack them to Pakistan. They out of there.
it's so crazy to watch. I just don't
It's
understand why
hilarious.
people are signing up for that.
Yeah. Smack game.
Because the thing about fighting is you're trying to not get hit. Like,
Yeah.
if a punches are coming, you're trying to turn away.
Trying
you're
to
trying
roll
to
'em.
move. You're getting your head off center line. If you're slapping, you're 100% going to get hit.
Yeah.
You just have to sit there and take it like,
Yeah, you gotta eat that.
oh, no. And every time,
It's so
full
funny.
blast. Every time you're standing still.
Yeah, you're just waiting on it to come.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
it's so crazy. Dana White keeps trying to get me to come see it. I'm like,
Nah, you
okay,
gotta go
I'll
see it.
go.
It's crazy.
I'll go to one of these. But it's just so nuts.
Nah, that smack is another level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get a slap knockout.
I'm surprised like pro football players haven't signed up for that. Like after like some dudes just want to do something.
Yeah.
Wild fellas that want to do something.
Smack. Just go smack somebody.
Yeah.
Smack.
The
Yeah,
problem
that's-
is
that's crazy.
I get what do? You like flip a coin to see who gets to slap
Get
who
the
first?
first slap.
Because that's somebody. That's the thing. Like somebody has to
Yeah.
hit you first. That's a huge disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because if you get slapped hard
Knocked
first,
out, you ain't gonna get the get back.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how it works. Like, can you get really rocked and then they'll let you get slapped again?
I feel like
Like, if you get super rocked, like your legs give out,
Nah, you
barely
done.
get up. Are you done? If you go down, are you done?
yeah, you've done your.
What are the rules?
Your slap ain't worth for shit.
Aren't you supposed to hold something in your hand?
30 seconds.
You have 30
seconds to shake back?
That's a long time to recover.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's
30
crazy.
seconds is a long time to recover.
Yeah, that's just look. Yeah,
Oh, if you fall?
There's like, yeah, there are rules. But
Oh, so if you get knocked down, it's over?
yeah, you smacked out.
What's next? Like, when are we going to have gladiator fights? Well, they already do that in other countries. That people put on armor and fight with swords and shit.
Kill each other.
They don't kill each other, but they beat the fuck out of each other with swords and shields and shit.
Yeah.
One dude was beating this dude in the head with a shield. I was like, what? What are we doing?
60 seconds to recover.
You get a
60
minute to recover,
seconds.
like a timeout.
See, that's the good thing about MMA is that you don't get chances to recover. So you don't get to get knocked out again. Because a lot of these times guys get dropped and then they get a standing 8 count. Like in boxing, that's particularly dangerous. You get a standing 8 count, they clean off your gloves. Are you okay? You're like, yeah, come forward. And then you slowly getting your shit back together. But you're not back yet. You're still
You're just fighting to get back. You're
you're
out of it.
You're still out of it.
Still walkie.
And you're still like you don't know exactly
what's
what's going on.
You just like, shit, what happened?
And then more punches. Boom.
The
boom.
kitchen sink hit
Yeah.
you. Shit. So-
Whereas in MMA, the fight would have already been stopped.
Yeah, it's been like, this guy's done.
But then the other side of it is in boxing, guys go down, flash knockdown, get back up, they're okay. They brush their gloves off and then they go back to fighting and they're all right. You know?
Yeah,
Do you watch boxing at all?
I love boxing.
Did you see the Gervonta Davis Lamont Roach fight?
Yeah, that was trash.
Well, I thought it was a good fight. You didn't think
Great
it was...
fight, but I just champion guy taking a knee, talking about greasing his hair.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm like, yo, how you just in the middle of the fight just go wipe your face?
Also, here's the deal. If you take a knee, that's a knockdown.
That's a knockdown. Subtract 2, right?
You got hit with a jab.
Yeah.
You took a knee.
And then you walked off.
Exactly. That is a knockdown.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think they're reviewing that right now.
Nah, that guy should have lost maybe.
Well, I feel like if they do review it and they do judge it as a knockdown, which it was clearly a knockdown to
For sure it's a
everybody.
knockdown.
You take a knee, that's a knockdown.
If you
I
walk
think
off in the
they
middle
will
of-
probably give it to
This is a
Lamont.
very interesting rule. They have a power slap that kind of talks about what you guys were just discussing.
Okay, the promoter may, but is not obligated to, incorporate the following rule for any event, for any specific category matches, such as title matches. A participant was the first defender in round 1 and did not elect such position, and B, there is a KO or TKO finish of such participant in round 1. Then, after the referee declares a finish, a clock of 2 minutes begins. During this time, the defender is given 2 minutes to recover and be examined by the supervising physician. If the supervising physician, in consultation with the referee, determines that the defender has established their fitness to continue and is without medical health risk for purposes of delivering one strike to the opposing participant within such 2-minute period and not receiving any further strikes as a defender, then the referee will announce the commencement of the redemption round and will instruct the striker to complete one permitted slap of their opponent. If the return strike results in a KO or TKO finish of their opponent, the match is declared a draw. If the return strike has any other result, the match result stands. That's crazy. So you can get KO'd, you get finished, they give you 2 minutes to come back, and if you could knock that guy out, then it's a draw.
They also haven't used the rule yet.
So you go knockout for knockout.
Boy, that rule looks like it's written by lawyers, doesn't it? Doesn't that rule look written by lawyers? So find out what's happening, because I think they were going to announce something today about Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis decision on the knockdown. It was a very good fight, though. Lamont Roach is very good. I was really impressed. Because Tank
Yeah,
is
he was really
nasty. Tank is so fucking powerful. He's so vicious. Like his one punch power at 135 is like nobody else's in the division. Like the
Nah, he
way
got the
he
kick
starches people is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets so much torque and power into his punches, and he's so fast that he covers ground and his uppercuts, they're just fucking devastating.
Yeah.
So like for Lamont Roach, not just to survive, but
do some damage.
to do damage and
Put him on the knee.
basically bring it to a draw, which if they do change this because of that knee, it becomes a victory. I think it should be a victory for him, and I think they should do a rematch. Like,
100%.
everybody saw it. You can't get around what everybody saw. Look, it wasn't a legit knockdown like he hurt Tank. Tank did have some shit in his eyes, but what are you doing putting shit in your hair when you have a world title fight? That's crazy.
And no one want to hear about it in the middle of a
No.
fight. That no one cares. If a fly by, drop the ball, bro.
Right.
Drop the damn ball. We don't care if a fly flew by your helmet or your eyes.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck
Yeah,
about that.
you can't be a championship fighter and taking a knee and putting on those type of performances.
Also, what are they putting in his hair? That when he's sweating, it is dripping into his eyes. Like, what is that shit?
Yeah.
Bro,
That
shave
was a
your
little
head.
weird, right? Yeah, exactly.
Shave your fucking head. Who cares?
It's like, don't
Why
be
you
pretty
ever-
boy. You better go get this fight.
Get those fucking braids out of there.
Yeah.
You don't need those.
Yeah,
He's a good looking guy. He doesn't need all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
crazy braids and shit.
yeah.
It makes a rematch very exciting though, and
Yeah.
I think that's great for Gervonta because other than Shakur, who's the other major
Challenger.
star,
Yeah.
and then Lomachenko if he decides to fight again, but other than that, there's not a lot
Not
of
really a lot of
compelling.
challenges
Right.
out there for him.
So now this Lamont Roach fight becomes like the most compelling fight in the division
Yeah, biggest
for
one.
him.
That's pretty cool.
What?
I don't know if this is the official response. This is wild.
What is that?
What?
This was posted a day ago, I guess.
During the round in question, following the commission's request for the replay video, there was a technical issue preventing the commission from receiving it within the allotted time to review. Therefore, the referee's in-ring decision was relied upon, and the fight continued. Yeah, I did see that.
Oh, I thought that was what the
The
rest of
instant
that decision
replay,
was.
there was a technical issue when they went to the corner, like right after the knockdown, they tried to go to an instant replay, and it wasn't available. And so they said, what do we do here? And the referee wanted to start the fight again. They let the referee start the fight again.
I thought this was saying they couldn't review this because of. Yeah, I have.
Oh, you mean after? No. It was in the moment, only in the moment.
Like they couldn't get a tape, so there's.
No, you couldn't do that. That would be ridiculous. Oh, we still can't find it. Sorry.
That's why I pulled it
It's
up.
like
I was
it's like Epstein's client list. Oh, can't find it. Looking for it. Trying to help, guys. We're doing our best. Yeah. No, they obviously everybody's seen it. We've all seen it online. I saw it during the fight. I didn't even know the fight was going on. My friend Jamar texted me, "You watching this Davis fight?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I forgot." And I caught it in the 12th round. Then I went back and watched the whole thing the next day. It was an amazing fight. Amazing
It was
fight.
amazing. It was a lot of energy. I feel like people used to Tank just knocking people out early in the round. So to see him go to the deep end,
Yeah.
12 rounds, seeing that both of the guys was damaging each other and putting on a good fight, it was pretty
It was a very good fight.
pretty amazing fight.
Very competitive fight for a guy who doesn't have competitive fights.
Yes.
Because Gervonta just steamrolls. He's
Yeah,
undefeated.
just knocking guys out.
Steamrolls everybody. And everybody's scared of him.
Yeah.
And Lamont was not scared of him.
It's pretty
But they
unique.
have fought in the amateurs before. I think they fought twice in the amateurs. But Lamont's a new star. That guy's
Yeah.
super,
Been
super
coming up in
legit.
the ranking, huh?
Super legit and very skillful. Like the way it wasn't just that like Gervonta didn't show up or Gervonta wasn't at his best. No, like Lamont
Lamont getting
fought
some
a
challenges.
fantastic fight. You know what I'm excited for, man?
It's just how to-
Terrence Crawford and Canelo. That's the one.
that's gonna be a big one.
That's the one.
That's a huge fight.
That's the one.
That's
That's
the
the
one.
one.
Yeah,
A lot
that's
of
the
people
one for the year.
think Terrence is too small. He weighed himself the other day. He was 185 pounds.
He just looks scrawny in the ring. He looked
Well,
like,
he
fought
gets
at what,
down.
140, 150.
Well,
150.
he just won the 154-pound title, and before that he was fighting at welterweight, which is 147. But it's not like he doesn't have time to like thicken up a little bit. And if he's walking around at 185, that means he probably cuts a considerable amount of weight to get down to 54.
100%.
But I think he's getting thicker. And he was deadlifting 450 pounds the other day. Like,
You like deadlifts?
I think they can fuck your back up.
Them shits is trash, bro. You do a deadlift, you just fucking your back up.
You can fuck your back up.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
no like. I don't know who made up do deadlifts. That's the worst shit
Power
you could ever do.
lifters?
Like for what though? Like what is it? You never
well,
gonna do that motion and fight it. And what is this? It's supposed to make your back strong?
It's supposed to make your overall chain strong. It's one of the best exercises to make your
So
overall
trash.
chain strong.
So
But
trash. Because you're picking up the bar off the ground, like,
Mm-hmm.
and there's already gravity.
right, and
So
a
you-
lot of stress on that lower back.
Super stress on your lower back, your knees. You gotta. The
You know
worst
Robert
exercise
Oberst.
ever.
Robert Oberst. You know who he is? He did the podcast once. He's a professional strongman, like one of
Yeah.
the biggest motherfuckers you ever see, like a house, just like this big. He's like, don't do deadlifts.
Never do
He
that.
says-
It's gonna ruin your back, your knees, everything. You hurt yourself.
Yeah,
It's no position you're gonna put yourself in fighting that gonna make you bend over like that.
a lot of guys do them though.
It's the worst thing you could ever do.
I've heard people say that if you do them correctly, they can decompress your back, and I'm like,
You could do a lot of more exercises for your back.
but
than
I'm
that.
like, explain how. Explain how it can ever
You're pounding
decompress
your back.
back.
You're pounding your back. You're picking up weights
No
from
matter
the floor.
what you do, as you're lifting, even if you're like fully extending and stretching your body
Yeah,
forward,
it's nothing doing nothing.
you're
Straining your back.
compressing your back when you have that enormous amount of weight. There's
Yeah.
no way you're not compressing your
You
back.
gotta compress your back.
What about lighter deadlifts? Like, what about deadlifts, just like for
I'm
reps?
like, deadlifts is trash, man. You want to do leg exercise, work your hamstring, glutes, and do calf raises or something else.
Do you do Nordic curls? Do you ever do
Nordic
those?
curls is the best.
You
Great
do those?
for your hamstrings. Yeah,
Oh,
the best.
Tremendous for your
Isolate your
hamstrings.
hams right away.
Yes, yeah.
If you want to work your
Hard
leg
to
and
do,
lower back,
too.
do those, yeah.
The first time I did it, I was like, what? I couldn't do one.
Yeah,
I was like, this
isolate
is
your
crazy.
hamstring right away. It's no cheat.
Yeah, no cheating.
No
Yeah.
cheating.
All hamstrings. And
All hams.
Such a great exercise
The
just to
best-
develop strength around
Best
your knees,
isolation,
too.
Yeah, best isolation
Yeah.
for hams.
So when you're in the NFL,
Yes.
like, what is the strength and conditioning program like for a receiver? Like, do they tailor your strength and conditioning routines depending upon what position you play, and depending on?
Absolutely.
So, like, for a guy like you,
Yes.
you obviously have to stay fast,
You got to be quick and twitchy. I feel like,
twitchy.
and you got to, twitchy means you
Right.
explosive to get out. Yeah, you got to be elusive just in
Yeah.
your body movement. But you want to have a lot of strength too. Just enough because you're going to get hit, pushed around in your shoulders and your legs and your glutes.
So, what kind of stuff do they have you do?
So me, launches, single launches, explosive launches when you're driving up,
Mm-hmm.
hamstring curls, bench press, dumbbells, single arms, a lot of core rotations. You know what I mean? A lot of single leg calves, a lot of ankle work.
Do they have you do plyos?
For sure, plyos. Single leg jumps, 2-leg jumps, explosive sideways linear jumps.
And when they make a program for you, do they lay out like what the progress that they're looking to achieve? Like, how do they do like a program for a guy like you?
See, the NFL usually they just really put. I mean, it's a team made up of 50 players, 60 players. So sometimes the weight room usually just have specific sheets that guys follow with the training. But the more smarter you are, the more intuitive you are as a player individually. You need to. For me, the little things that made me the difference, like the working on little stuff like your arch. You may not think your arch is important muscle or how to work the
Arch of your foot?
The arch of your foot, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Gripping the towels with your big toe, grabbing the towel, working the arch, making your big toe go over here. Because your arch is, super important, but being a receiver.
Really?
Super
I never
important.
thought about that. So you do like foot strengthening
Foot
exercises.
strengthening, even your big toe. Imagine
Explain
you
it.
running in the game and your big toe just give out.
Right. That happens to guys, right?
Yeah.
Turf
because-
toe.
Turf toe, exactly. So it's like the little exercise that could eliminate your feet from just being healthy. You know what I mean? Your arch, your big toe. Because that's the first thing that hit the ground. And guys don't really consider these things when they just want to work the big exercise muscles that, but it starts from the ground up, your feet. If your
Yeah.
arches and your big toe could be good and strong, it's the first thing they're gonna
Curson.
hit.
Nick Curson's a famous strength and conditioning guy in the MMA world, and that was what he told me. He said foot strength is the number one flaw that a lot of people have.
Exactly, because they
Yeah.
don't feel like that muscle or that need to be worked out. They think shoulders,
Yeah.
the big muscle. So it's all about the little stuff that emanate your success, man. You a receiver, you're going to have to get off the ball. You're going to have to run and cut, stop. So the more important thing, you could get right at your feet. That's going to be the first thing to hit the ground.
So can you explain to me what you're doing with your toes on a towel?
So let's say if it's a towel, like, when you run, you got the ball of your feet.
Right.
The ball of your feet hit first,
Right.
and then you grip.
Right.
Ball of your feet, then you grip the towel.
Right.
Ball of feet hit, then grip. So you're working that arch and you're working on just the grip of your toes.
And are you just holding the towel with your hands? Like, how are you doing the towel?
You put the towel on the ground.
On the
Yeah,
ground.
just like that.
Have you done this, Jamie?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
You do it all
Every
the
day,
time?
right?
Yeah.
How come you never told me? Wow.
Yeah, but this the best right there. That work your arches of your feet. That little exercise right there, Joe, that make a tremendous difference in your feet, bro.
Wow.
I don't
I'm
feel
going
like
to do that tomorrow.
people know
How
the
many reps
difference.
do you do?
I feel like you could go 2 minutes, just
I
burn
used
out.
to do it.
You
Yeah,
just do it
burn
until you
out.
burn out.
Yeah, you're going to feel the burn right away.
Wow. And then does it suck to walk
Nah, I
afterwards?
feel really good to walk. You're going to tell the difference with your feet right away.
Wow. I jump rope. I feel like
Jump rope
that's
is
really
nice.
good for your feet.
Really good, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the maintenance of your feet with just a low exercise.
Yeah, that seems like a really smart one.
Yeah, this is physical therapy, one of the best exercises you could do. To just,
What happens when you get too good at the towel? Do you move up to like a rug?
Yeah, you go single leg. Now you go single leg
single leg.
on one leg grip
Oh, ooh. So like standing on one leg,
and grip, yeah.
and then so you're balancing and then gripping at the same
Exactly,
time.
you stack it up and you take the balance. To the,
Ooh.
you know what I mean? The grips to the balance.
Oh, I
So
like
now
it.
you're active on it while gripping.
I like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all about your wills, man.
You know what I just started incorporating into my workouts like over the last few months that I never did before is rotational exercises. And I feel like an asshole.
Right?
I have a reoccurring thing that I got in my lower back that's like I think it's a bunch of different things, but I think mostly it's tendonitis. It's mostly overuse because it would start to hurt and I would just ignore it and keep doing it. I got it from archery where it just started flaring up because it's like when I'm shooting the bow is 80 pounds to pull back and I do it 150 times a day. Damn. So that's like 150 rows with 80 pounds. So
that's a lot of stress
doing
on your back.
that all the time, my
Rocking your
lower back and stabilizing, it started to flare up, and I'm an idiot. So I was like, "Don't be a pussy. Just keep going, power through."
Yeah.
And power through, and it got inflamed, and it's taken a few months for it to get better. But one of the best ways it got better was rotational exercises. You know, like with a bar where you like twist it like that. Those with cables, like
that's the best exercises.
Oh, it's like that's
movements.
It works so well with athletics. Well, for me, with martial arts, it works so well. And I'm like, why wasn't I doing that before? Like I would just do linear stuff like chin ups, push ups, dips, squats, all that other basic shit. But when I started doing twisting things, I'm like, man. And then I feel like I have more power now with
range
things.
and ability, right?
Yes, I have more strength in my lower back. So for kicking, like it's everything in there. It's like that that ability to whip. And I'm like, why wasn't I doing this forever?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy that it took me getting injured before I started doing it.
That's how it always happened.
You know what my favorite one is? When you're sitting, like I sit on a mat with my feet up in the air, and then I take a 50-pound kettlebell and I keep my feet up sideways. Ooh, that's the one, dude.
The one right there.
That is the one. Because when you do like that, it's like you just feel
all
good,
that
all
your
shit
rotators.
In there. Yeah, and it warms everything up and it loosens it stretches it a little bit. Because when you get to here, you know, you're challenging your range of mobility, and then you get to here, and you know, it's like, and it's hard to do. So it's your abs are firing, everything's working.
Yeah, we got everything activated, man. You look good at your age, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I try. I'm trying to keep up. Try to just keep it active, keep it going.
Amazing.
But all those different exercises are huge, and I ignored a lot of them. But that's the thing about getting injured. Sometimes you get injured, and you go, okay, why did I get injured? I need to do more preventative stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're doing with your feet.
Yeah.
Like more of that. Mm-hmm. So when you do plyometric stuff, do they have you do stuff on like balance balls and shit too?
Of course, balancing balls, explosive launches. Maybe put the track ladders.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, jumping over those is always a good one for plyo for explosion.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speed bands.
When did players start realizing that that's something to incorporate? Because I would imagine if you go back to the early days, they were probably doing regular weightlifting stuff, right?
Exactly. I feel like if you want to be an explosive athlete, you got to get into plyos. If you want to be explosive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially for if you're a wide receiver or a defensive back, guys who got to be athletic and jump high and attack the balls and do different stuff. You know, maybe like an O-lineman may not be getting the ball, so they might focus on lifting weights and, you know what I mean, being strong and combative. But
you know what else I started adding to?
What you adding?
Ab wheel to my feet when you do explosive push-ups. So you explode up, you roll your abs forward on the wheel, and then you come down and catch yourself, and then explode up and roll the wheel forward, and then come down and catch yourself. Yeah. You clap and catch yourself. I learned that from Artur Beterbiev, the light heavyweight champion. His crazy dude from Chechnya.
That's explosive push-ups.
Yeah, but with an ab wheel. He does it with an ab wheel. I was like, that's next level. That's next level. There's like so many different things you could see, like really elite, high-level guys do. You're like, oh. I get it. Just mobility drills and
hip exercises, rotating the hips is a big one.
Mm-hmm. What kind of shit do you do for that?
You go single leg. I like to do the single leg and then be on one leg and then rotate your hip like if you was doing the full circle of your hip. Mm-hmm. But do it on one leg so you get the glute burning.
Oh, so you're doing that on one, and you're balancing too.
Yeah, so you on one leg, just try to rotate this hip forward 10 and backwards 10. On one leg, opening the hips is always key. Land on the ground, getting this leg to this leg, this leg to this arm, laying on your stomach, rotating your back leg to your back. Staying open, staying. I feel like the older we get, the tighter your muscles get. So just make sure you're stretching more than you tighten them up. Because keep your muscles long as you get older to keep muscles soft.
Yeah. When I'm getting lazy, I don't stretch either.
Gotta stretch.
And I realize, that's probably also how I get injured. Stretching. Would you ever fuck with yoga?
Absolutely. Yoga is amazing.
Yeah.
I love
yoga,
man. Stretch. You feel like once you do yoga, your body feel just better overall once you're done, right? You can feel the difference right away. Yeah,
you feel like everything's working together too, like all the connective areas are getting strengthened, all the balance and all the stuff that keeps your posture in line. Yeah.
Health is wealth, man. Anytime you got to make accountability to be able to, take care of yourself. That's what life's about. Exercising, eating healthy.
Yeah,
giving yourself
exactly.
a chance to live a good life.
Do they coach in the NFL how to eat, what supplements to take? They tell you what to do?
I mean, they will. But it's usually, kind of up to you and yourself as a player. If you want to take care of yourself, they get in your blood work and got everything right in front of you. So for me, I usually take my blood test to know what my body digests, what food I need to put in, take, what provide less inflammatory, what's good for me, what's not.
So when they take your blood test, did they sit down with you and go over the results and talk to you about what you need and
It's got to be for you. Like, you got to take the initiative to go to them, and you know what I mean. Because it's a business at the end of the day. Like, you got to do what's best for you yourself.
For sure, but I would imagine for them, it would be beneficial to them to make their athletes perform at the very best they can. So give them as much information as they could.
I would hope so, but using the NFL, they pay you money, and it's like...
You figured it out.
Yeah, it's on you now.
Yeah. What about like saunas and cold plunge, all that shit?
Sauna's the best. Every day, cold plunge, sauna, man, that's healthy living.
Yeah.
Sauna's the best. Flush out, cold tub, feeling brand new.
Yeah.
That's preeminent recovery right there.
It's everything, right?
Yeah, like that's what you live for. The hot steam, cold tub, man, that's the best feeling ever.
So what's the next move right now for Antonio Brown? What are we going to do?
I feel like, just keep, being myself, giving back to the world. I feel like I want to start a 7-on-7 team, give some local kids in Miami, Tampa some opportunities to travel, play 7-on-7 flag football. Obviously, podcast, maybe do more on CTSPN. Just be happy and live. Hopefully, the Hall of Fame in 2027.
Oh, okay, nice.
I'm me and Ben Roethlisberger in that class together.
Nice.
So that'll be a good opportunity.
What do you do with kids? Were you talking about flag football? What do you do?
Flag football is a big thing right now where you take the kids different tournaments all over the world, allowing them to compete, giving them opportunities to live their dreams, different age groups. You know what I mean?
And you're involved in that?
Yeah. Setting it up now. We get our own team. Me and Kodak Black, one of my close friends from Miami, probably start a volleyball league for the women and some flag football for the team.
Oh, that's
for the
great.
Little kids. And just community activities to help some kids achieve their goals and taking them different tournaments to be able to compete all over the world.
That's cool that you have that focus, that you want to help kids too.
Yeah.
Help them, and also when they see a guy like you who's done it, been there, done that, been at the top, they could say, oh, it's possible. He's a human. He's just like me, and him talking to me and working with me, maybe I can get something done in this life.
I got some new music coming out. Actually tomorrow, a song called Click It with 41, Cal Rich, Tata, Jen Carter.
Nice.
So it's been a blessing, man. It's just.
Are you working with Kanye anymore? Or is that
I
over?
work with him too. It's not
Yeah?
Yeah, I got some cool stuff coming as well.
Really?
Too, for the
Still
album.
working with him?
Still working on that.
When was the last time you saw him?
I saw him in LA a couple weeks ago.
He's a wild man.
Yeah, he's excited. He just
when he showed up at the Grammys with his wife naked.
Yeah,
he's like, look, turn around. Okay, bye. He leaves. He doesn't even go to the Grammys. Yeah, he just shows up, walks the red carpet. His wife takes his clothes off, and he goes home.
Yeah, he's just out there. Okay, we good. Yeah, he's good, man. We excited about, he bought me this chain. This is for Donda Sports.
He bought you that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Donda Sports. The sports brand that he opened up.
That's the GDP of a small island.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that fucking thing.
So we got to get Donda Sports back. Kanye made me president of the Donda Sports.
Oh,
We had
really?
a lot of basketball team we used to have in LA. A lot of kids came out of it, and we plan on getting back to it and doing some other things creatively in the music space. So I'm excited for those announcements coming soon in 2025. So
Oh, that's cool. So what sports are you getting involved with?
basketball has been a huge sports for Donda Sports. Had a couple players, come out of Donda Sports.
So what is
Actually,
it? Is he
in the
doing?
league
Is he managing them? Like what is what's
now.
the
He had a
role?
whole prep school that was, allowing the kids to go to school, Donda Sports, giving them opportunity to play basketball, taking them to play different games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we had Rob Dillingham, who used to be in the program, who played for the Minnesota Timberwolves now, got drafted, who went to Kentucky University. I mean, went to, I think he went to Duke University and came out and went.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
So he represents them, gives them
I didn't
advice.
even represent him, just allowed him to go to school and play basketball.
Oh, just help them.
Yeah, just help him to get to the next level. Not even represent him or nothing.
But
just-
also, like being under that umbrella is like notoriety.
absolutely.
Helps. Yeah.
Getting them the exposure, the right opportunities to just go to the next level.
So is this something Kanye's going to expand to other sports as well?
I mean, we was talking about it. I mean, Ye don't really know a lot about sports. That's why he put me on, and Justin LeBoy in regards of basketball and other sports athletes to just give them the opportunity to live out their dreams.
That's really cool, man.
Mhm.
That's very cool. It's nice that you're interested in doing that. That you want to help young kids
It's a true
achieve their
measure of
goals.
success. I've been blessed in my life to, live a beautiful life, experience in the NFL. That's our jobs as humans. Give other people the best experience. And, give them a chance to do something they may not be able to do in their life. So I'm grateful just to be in that position. To give back.
That's a beautiful philosophy. It's a good way to look at life.
Mhm.
You're living your life. You're happy. You're also helping people be happy.
Giving back. Yeah.
Yeah, and cracking on people.
Yeah. A couple jokes here and there, but it's not.
You write all that shit yourself, or
Yeah,
do you
I
have
be
anybody
writing
help you?
I be writing it.
You write all of it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, I be writing it.
Yeah.
It's